Well, hello at home and welcome to my little Quad Cortex sound video. A bunch of people kept asking me about how I use it and how I came up with sounds and presets and whatnot. And I had the idea of using the Quad Cortex as if it would be a proper pedal board that's sitting right in front of you. And for the sake of playing in a cover band or a session where you need mostly versatile sounds and be able to change sounds on the spot, I decided to go with a preset mode instead of the scene mode, because in the scene mode, as it is now, you're pretty limited in your possibilities. And if you don't want to have, like, if you're playing in several bands and you need to be able to change sounds on the spot, like I said, and you don't have patches for each song, because sometimes a song comes up spontaneously and you have to be there on the spot, it makes more sense to me to use the preset mode with 5 basic sounds that I use all the time. So as it is now, and as it's lying here right in front of me, I could use it to play a regular cover band show. And let me dig deeper. And first, I'll show you my guitar sound. The guitar that I'm using is a Music Man Valentine, and here's the clean tone. So right now there's a little bit of stereo delay going on, and let me dig deeper and show you what I do exactly. So that's my preset mode. You can see all the 5 different presets that I use: clean, crunch, heavy, crunch lead, and heavy lead. So now I go on the stomp mode, and there you see what's actually going on. And now I have like the clean channel of my amp, of my virtual amp, and I'm using 8 different stomps. The first stomp that I use is a compressor, and let me show you how it sounds. So I run you through each of those patches. Nice. So the stereo tape delay that I'm using is basically there on every sound to give me some more room and to not feel like I'm suffocating. So as I'm in the stomp mode now, the next step would be to go to the next sound, just to step up here and back again, which is a little bit uncomfortable if you want to step from the clean tone to, let's say, your heavy lead sound. This is something that the guys at Neural could possibly work on, would be nice to have in the future, and to reduce the glitches that you have when you switching from one preset to the other. This is way better in the scene mode, but as I'm using the preset mode as it is now, that'd be nice to have. So I could go back to the preset mode. Here we go, and you see all my 5 presets in one view, and I go to the crunch sound. Here we go. This is my crunch tone. So let me show you what I did there. Go back to the stomp mode. Here we go. And so now I have the, let's say, the crunch channel of my amp with 8 different stomp boxes. I would never be using more than 8 stumps, so this is pretty much enough. The basic sound that I use is a Soldano, I think it's the SLO 100 preset that comes with a Quad Cortex, which sounds pretty good, as I think. And it reacts really good to the volume knob of the guitar. You can basically clean it out quite good. If I want to add gain, I just use the capture of the Noble Audio 1 that I made myself, which is pretty hairy. Here we go. It sounds pretty heavy, but occasionally I use that instead of my real heavy sound. If you think this was really gainy, so let me show you what my heavy sound likes in a minute. So I walk you through. So as you can see, I have pretty much covered everything that I could use possibly in a situation like, oh, let's play this or that song, and you basically have all your stumps right in front of you. For my needs, let's say, put it that way. Back to the preset mode, so you can have the overview again. And now I go to my heavy sound, which I rarely use, as you can tell that I'm using the crunch sound mostly, and I might push the nobles in to get it heavier. But this is my heavy sound, and here you go. It's pretty heavy. Once again, there's a bit of stereo delay going on to don't have it too dry. And I go to the stomp mode, as you can see what's going on there. Here we go. And as you can tell, there's not much going on because of my heavy sound that I use occasionally. I don't need it to be that versatile. It's just like a bit of delay that I'm using, and sometimes I kick in some the Mind Hall, which I really like, which is from the last software update, and a phaser if you want to kick in the face. So it sounds like this. Something like that. Sorry for the really uninspired playing and noodling. So yeah, that's my heavy patch. And then now let's go to back to the preset mode and go to my first lead tone, which is my crunch lead. And let me show you what's going on here. As you can tell, it has pretty much hair on it, but that's the way I like it. I can reduce the gain with the volume knob, but I can even kick in my dual compression, which is my favorite compression that comes with the Quad Cortex, and it turns into a pretty decent high gain lead sound. Yeah, that was my crunch lead patch, and there's only one left, which is, the heavy lead. Here we go. And once again, I used the Soldano SLO 100 preset, which sounds really good, and I tweaked it a little bit, picked a nice 4x12 cabinet, which I don't know from the top of my head what it was, but it sounds pretty good. And this is what it looks like. As you can tell and see, there's not that much going on. Just use the basic amp, which is not laid out on the stomps because I use it anyway and I wouldn't turn it off. And by that, I reduce the chance to accidentally turn it off, which shouldn't be happening. And to give it more sustain, I use a compression, the solid state compression that comes with the Quad Cortex. And once again, the capture of my Noble Audio 1 in the mid-gain section. I did 3 different captures, which you can freely download on my cloud, and I write down my username in the text below, and there you can find it. I did 3 different captures, like low gain, mid gain, and high gain, and I did some more pedals. I did the Boss Blues Driver BD2 and stuff like that, and I hope you check it out and like it. So enough talking. Here's my my heavy lead tone. Sorry for that. By the way, there was the single coil pickup, and it still sounds pretty heavy. Yeah, basically that was it. And if you want to really dig deep and want to know what kind of settings I have, you can write me in the comment section, and I'd be happy to answer. Yeah, I hope you liked my little trip to my Quad Cortex settings, how I use it, and why I use the presets mode for my go-to